Folks, we have a video today of Medhi Hasan, NBC's Medhi Hasan, calling non-Muslims animals and cattle, comparing homosexuals to pedophiles. This is the Medhi Hasan that you don't see. For those of you who don't know, Medhi is quite vocal against the state of Israel, pretty much all of his actions, and is trying to do what he can to eradicate it in its government and its army. And Medhi has built himself an incredibly substantial platform to get other people to be on his side. And so these are the videos that those people are not seeing. And that's why you come to this channel, because we show you those videos. And I'm the other Barak, coming to you live and direct from Texas. We are headed to the West Coast soon. Before we get into the video, ladies and gentlemen, 80% of you are not subscribed to this channel. Folks, we got to change that. We put out 3 to 4 videos a day. Please press that subscribe button, press that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of the action. And we have a free newsletter right to your inbox every single week. The link is in the description. Here is the clip.
Different from the rest of the non-Muslims, from the rest of those human beings who live their lives as animals, bending any rule to fulfill any desire. Once we do that, we are lost.
In Islam, to believe is to know. To disbelieve is not to know. That is what it fundamentally comes down to. It is to remain ignorant, to cover up knowledge. After all, what is kafir? Kafir comes from the root word, which means to cover up, to conceal. The kafir is the one who covers up that knowledge which is clear. The French Orientalist scholar Lamens, he once wrote that the Quran is not far from considering unbelief, disbelief, as an infirmity, as an illness, as a disease of the human mind. Subhanallah. Non-Muslims point this out to us.
Folks, just so you know, a kafir, depending on how you're looking at it, spelling, etc., is a non-Muslim, typically somebody who disbelieves in God, or even the message of God in Islam.
And of course, the kafir, the disbelievers, the atheists who remain deaf and stubborn to the teachings of Islam, the rational message of the Quran, they are described in the Quran as, quote, a people of no intelligence. Allah describes them. Not of no morality, not of no belief, a people of no intelligence. Because they are incapable of the intellectual effort it requires to shake off those blind prejudices, to shake off those easy assumptions about this world, about the existence of God. In this respect, the Quran describes the atheists as cattle, as those who go into crowd and do not stop and wonder about this world.
All of these ulama unanimously agree that at the very minimum, if Yazid was not a kafir, then at the very minimum, he was a fasir, a transgressor, a breaker of Islamic laws, a corrupt individual, a tyrant, a killer, a drunkard, a dog lover, a music lover, a homosexual, a pedophile, a sexual deviant, someone who slept with his own mother, astaghfirullah. These are their...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or are these the same individuals who are endorsing groups like Queers for Palestine to stand up against the state of Israel? I fail to understand this. If you want to look literally at the Talmud, which could take, depending on how many pages you read a single day, up to 20 to 30 years, and you want to take literally the Quran, the Hadiths, and you look at what Muhammad did with just a young girl, and you have people who take these concentrated events of rabbis seducing, etc., etc. Am I saying it never happened? Of course I'm not saying that. Not everybody's perfect. But there is a minority action happening in the Jewish community with these events of people being that radical, homophobic, discriminatory, segregating against other people, literal racism. I'm talking to you as Jews as people. And by the way, you can even just look through the civil rights movement back in the United States, how embedded the Jewish and black communities were, how embedded the Jews were at that time to try and help the black community gain the ability to have civil rights within the United States of America, fighting its injustice and systematic racism. And then you look at what is happening on a large scale with gay people in Muslim nations, with women in Muslim nations, with non-Muslims in Muslim nations? What is happening to ethnic minority groups in Muslim nations? What is happening to the Alawites in Syria? What is happening to the Druze in Syria? What is happening to Iranian people in Iran? What are happening to Lebanese people in Lebanon? What are happening to the Palestinians inside of the Gaza Strip? The oppression at the scale on the radical Islamist side compared to anything else you want to call out on the radical Jewish side, it is day and night. You cannot compare the two. There is a lot more happening on the Islamist side of things. That does not mean that I am Islamophobic. I have no problem with Muslims. One of my best friends from high school is Muslim. I talk about it all of the time. Radical behavior is at such a large rate from radicals who are in the Islamist camp, the jihadi camp. And the scale of people that are radicals on the Jewish side is so minor. It is so small compared to how many we have in total, how many Jews we have in total, how many Israelis we have in total. So to say that, to even equate them to be morally equivalent, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. You don't have rabbis setting up tables across New York City and across, I don't even know, London, the UK, wherever in the world, trying to hand out pamphlets about why people should consider converting to Judaism. You don't have this, let me take you through the back door approach. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. But you have people converting right and left, especially after the 7th of October when people started really rioting in the streets. People were converting to Islam like it was their chore in the afternoon. There's a problem with that, people. How do you not see the problem with that? It's not because I'm anti-Islam. It's because I'm anti what the movement, that particular part of Islam, is representing now for people. They aren't getting into it for the right reasons. They're getting into it because they have been invested in the destruction of another nation. That should not be your bridge. That should not be your transition to wanting to convert to another religion in the name of trying to destruct another people. Excuse me. It's a load of bullshit if you ask me. Thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you guys next video. Here are 4 ways you can help us grow if you believe in our mission. On Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, you can directly contribute to helping this message grow and reach more people across the world. If you want to join the inner circle, join our Patreon with different tiers, and of course, our Discord community, which is free with people from all across the world. The links to every single one are in the description. And last but not least, to the other Barak community, I love you. Ani ohev otchem. I'll see you guys next time.